Set,
ready, hey, hold on. Check, 53's mark. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Second and 2.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Play action. It's Jackson. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Gets fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Mayfield now. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter.
14.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. An 11-yard touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
There he goes right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Jackson flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 44 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. You got tape. You got tape. You got tape right there.
From the gun, Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. But I'm not sure this is going to stand. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. This is taken at the 15. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Flush to his right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. Throwing is Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 21 yards away as the Ravens push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach.
Through an opening, and there he goes. A big play there just before halftime. 59 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And got his man complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Oh, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it.
Come on now, let's go.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. Jackson now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Now he'll escape to his Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Johnson was the intended receiver. The Browns drive about to get started. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them,
that he's into the clear. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. 77 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Run. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Hey, alert. Let's get up.
Now Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
Alert.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And spins away. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson, and it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
I'm coming from the 27. Hey, alert, 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 alert. 180.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Check. 180. Hey, alert 33.
From the gun, Mayfield. His throw caught right around the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A give running right is Chubb. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. To throw, Mayfield. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block it. But short of that, You know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big gain of 39 on third. Jackson operating from the gun. Dancing to his left. Complete. It's Johnson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been flat getting it done, 8 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Shakes off the sack. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. They'll come out in the pistol. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Jackson now. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Browns. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Mayfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Being chased out left. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They were looking for Johnson that time. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Jackson to throw. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally